Just, can you just sit there and look pretty?
It's the only thing I'm good at.
It's the only thing you're good for here right now.
Absolutely.
Is looking pretty.
That and fart jokes.
And if you have any of those.
That's about it.
Can't do much with them. You get them all prettied up and can never take them out. You know what I mean?
I'm here for that.
You are here for that.
Yep.
I know. So, what's going on, everyone? We have the Hungry and Dangerous. I always said the Young and the Restless. We have the Hungry and Dangerous with us, the whole band this time, and not just Matt and Jordan. So that's a change. So let's get into this. And we're back. Hey, what is going on for another episode of Barfy the Bastard Brigade? I have the bald bastard here to the center of the screen here, and hey, Dan.
Yes.
Have you been busy?
Of course.
How busy you been?
I'm busier than Blue Fly at a barbecue.
There we go. That's pretty busy.
That's pretty busy.
We have the Hungry and the Dangerous. You got to the bottom of me.
I'm at least the first part of that.
You are. You're hungry. I know you are. But if he gets too hungry, he gets very dangerous.
Yeah, that's true.
We have Mr. Jordan Mowed here to the bottom, and then we have another Dan.
Oh man,
looking like Jay from Jay and Silent Bob over there.
Dan.
That's okay. I'll take first, Dan. You take second, Dan.
And over to the right of the screen, you have Mr. Matt the Scat Lewis.
Matt the Scat.
That could have been worse.
Matt, I like Scat Lewis.
I was gonna say, did you name yourself that? I don't know that I'd want that nickname, but
learn something new every day.
Hey,
I don't know.
Whoa, wait! Did you just make that up?
What?
The Scat?
That was definitely Joe.
I definitely made that up.
That was 100% Joe.
That was like a self-proclaimed nickname.
Yes, Matt the Scat. That's exactly like that's just like how I. What, you think I proclaimed myself as Barf? No, someone gave me a stupid fucking nickname, and I had to deal with it because it fucking clicked.
And now you love it.
I don't know about that, Joe. I think you just ran with that and it worked.
Well, no, after what they kept calling me for years. I just said, fuck it, just own it. You own up to
who's who.
That's right. That's true.
When people bully you, they always told you, don't let them bully you. Don't show them they get you. You play along into it.
That's why. That's why I shaved my head.
I asked you for
You're
years.
the bald bastard. You got to shave your fucking head. You know what I mean?
I mean, that was an insult. Some dude tried to insult him by calling him the bald bastard.
I know you're hanging out with the bald bastard.
I love how you.
That's a good fucking name right there.
It was. Damn. This dude called me Beardy McFuckboy, and he got the bald bastard.
I kind of liked Beardy McFuckboy. I'm not gonna lie.
You look like a Beardy McFuckboy.
No,
that should be your handle, bro. That should be your handle for Instagram and everything.
Well, his is Bald Bottom and Grinder. I know that.
Oh, hey! You weren't supposed to share that with.
I just love how you guys took two nicknames that you hate and gave a podcast after it.
Yep, absolutely.
Yeah,
well, you have to
branding right
there. It's true branding.
It's branding right there.
Slap it on a t-shirt. You guys got $1 million idea.
Right, for sure.
Are you guys offering a masterclass on branding anytime soon?
Yes, actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the branding myself. I'm going to get a metal, get the fire all nice and hot.
Just
anybody who
people.
wants it, just
Barfy the Bald Bastard
I know some
Brigade.
people, including myself, that might be down for that.
All right, I will just put in the hashtag Salisbury Stamper. That's what I'm going to call it.
Salisbury Stamper.
So
what are we talking about?
I don't know.
Hit the ground running.
It's impossible to stay on track.
It's always impossible to figure out what we're talking about here.
Actually,
we got the guys on here. They came out with a new song. We'll get to that a little bit later. We're not even going to talk much about music because you guys have been on enough times now. I just want to grill Dan for a little bit, make him feel very uncomfortable. Just connect eyes.
Please do it.
That's not unusual.
And
you're going to connect eyes with me. You got to turn around.
No, not you. The other Dan.
Oh, I'm sorry.
The one
God damn it!
The one with the luscious blonde hair, the lovely locks. Why aren't you letting that shit fly, man?
Like you said.
I'd be getting. Do you have a fan behind you? I'd have that fan next to you with your hair wafting in the breeze.
Just all blowing this way.
Right, exactly.
I try to talk, it just flows right into my mouth.
Right.
Oh man, he's got like a man bun going on.
He's got
his hair is
he's,
long. See the whole thing?
He's the Duff McKagan of the band.
Holy Christ!
He's the Duff McKagan of our band.
That is something.
As long as it doesn't turn into the Kirk Kablam of your band, you'll be good.
Hey, I'm 28, so I'm older than he ever was.
Oh, there you go. You've already beaten him, too.
I'm good.
That's why they call it the Cobain seat, right? Right behind a shotgun.
Yep. Wow. Wow. The Cobain seat. That's what I'm calling it from now on.
Unfortunately, I need to add that to my
dude.
also.
I was surprised that you guys knew that. Come on now.
Listen, I don't know everything about horrible shit. Like, as much as people want
Just
to
go
think.
call Cody one day. Cody will tell you the whole story.
Could do that. So tell me this inspiration behind the song Insomniacs.
I thought we were talking about music, Joe.
Actually, not a little bit. I said we're going to talk a little bit about it. So tell me about it.
So yeah, I guess this song in general started as I guess it really started when I was at school at Full Sail. Dan and I had just recently met not too long before that, and I was getting ready to go home to go do actually a show with you, Joe. And I think you remember this weekend very well when when we were coming home to do that show with Trapped, and I was literally seeing stars. Yeah, and so there was a 3-day binge where practically I did not sleep for 3 straight days or whatever it was, or 40 hours or whatever it was. And during this time, I just started seeing a lot of weird hallucinations and all these things. And I just started coming up with this idea of like, man, so this has got to be like what it's like for people who just truly can't sleep. And I started kind of jotting down these ideas and notes of just like weird things that I was seeing during the whole experience before I could finally go to the fuck to bed. And that's kind of where the idea started, and then kind of got put sideline for a while. And then when me and Matt, flash forward probably about 4 or 5 years, Matt and I were talking about this record that we're just about almost done with. And Matt's like, well, we need something that's a little more like heavy hitting and stuff. And that night before, I just happened to be like kind of toying around with this idea of the song. And I was like, well, I don't know if this will really fit us, but it's pretty cool. And, we can try it out and see what happens. And like my idea with the song originally was like, I love like sea shanties like that. I don't know why. I just think they're so fun. And like,
Wait, do you want to say that one more time? You like what?
Sea shanties.
Seashells.
Who cares?
Who put that chair over there? Not my chair, not my problem. That's what I always say.
That's what I say. And essentially, yeah, we just started putting it together, and the song came out very, Alice Cooper-y, almost like anti-Disney song. And we were like, this is just super cool.
What is the sea shanty?
Think kind of like if you're watching like Pirates of the Caribbean, when they'll be like, they're kind of singing like songs on like a pirate ship, and
all right, that's kind of what I figured it was.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that was a genre or a type of song.
Yeah, you never heard of that
shanty?
You never heard of that famous heavy metal band Swashbuckler?
That was no. They are the best band I have ever opened up for in my life. I played this show. I played this show. We were at the Stone Pony, and my friend's like, "Dude, Swashbuckle's coming on," and I'm like, "Who's Swashbuckle?" And this singer came out. He had like a whole sword. He had like a freaking flintlock, and he just comes up. He screams "Ahoy!" and they go into like this speed metal song, and they just scream "Walk the Plank" and everything. I'm like, this is the best band I've ever opened up for in my entire life.
It sounds like Ailstorm.
Wow.
I was about to say, yeah.
Wow, I don't even have a sound effect to...
I Googled it. Yeah.
I don't even
They're legit. I mean...
Rock and roll!
Big old heavy guy, and yeah, it's interesting.
There we go. So I was joking when I said Swashbuckler.
No, there's definitely
there's an actual band called
Swashbuckler. There is an actual band, and they were like probably some of the nicest people like ever hung out with after a show.
Did they let you grab the booty?
No, you have to join the fan club for that.
One guy looks like John Papa.
John Popper?
Yeah.
I mean, they did let me walk the plank, so.
Is that a code for like sucking dick or something?
No, that's their biggest song, actually.
They let you walk the plank, and it was like,
Do you suck dicks?
Hey man, if you've got their genres are death metal, thrash metal, grindcore, and pirate metal.
Hold on, now I gotta hear. I gotta find
pirate metal is apparently a thing.
Look up the song "Walk the Plank."
Have you guys ever heard of Ailstorm though? They're the same thing, but just European.
No.
I have, but these guys were local and they were amazing.
Yeah, Mercer County.
What's the song called?
Walk the Plank.
Oh,
now you're making me like.
Now you have to Google it.
I'm doing it right now.
I don't know. I love bands like this, like just stupid, like.
Just listen.
Yeah, we're gonna get a copyright infringement on this one for YouTube.
I think they'd be okay with it.
Just keep listening. It gets better.
Yeah, I was waiting for like.
Definitely sounds like something Joe's into.
No.
They met at Red Lobster. I'm sorry.
I was waiting for like a little like.
Yeah, that was a little more thrashy than I thought it would be.
Like a little more like jaunty.
Yeah, like some violins and shit.
Yeah, you said like sea shanty.
Shanties, you know.
Shanty.
Like a lemon sea shanty, you know?
Right. A lemon sea shanty. Like,
delicious.
Like
They're
a line
delicious.
and
You know when it's like hot outside and you just want a sea shanty?
A lemon sea shanty.
Just want some lemon sea shanty in my
give
mouth.
me a lemon sea shanty.
Oh my God.
Stop doing that thing with it. Look,
I'm down here. Florida's famous for the key lime sea shanties.
You cut Jordan out.
Yes,
No, Jordan just disappeared again.
Oh, all right. Well.
Yeah, whatever.
Jordan's
We're
just
going
at
on now.
Nashville Wi-Fi.
Fuck he wants right now.
Just everybody freeze.
Everybody
Hi,
freeze.
welcome back.
Is it just me? Is this happening to, or is this for everybody?
Yes.
It's just you.
It's
Oh,
just
that's
you.
weird.
Get your shit
That's
together,
really
man.
weird.
So,
It just keeps refreshing itself.
oh well.
I don't know.
Give it a fresca. Maybe it needs to be refreshed more. Maybe give it
Just
a
have a refreshing sea shanty.
nice salty sea shanty.
And then, everything will be fine.
Like Rick's salty sea shanty.
All right. So, what kind of music do these guys play? I mean, I listen to every podcast we've ever done, including the ones that I'm not on. And I already know the answer to this question, but what do you guys?
Rock and roll.
You're going to say. Shut your mouth.
Rock and roll!
Are we going to play a little bit of the music? Because I'd love to hear it.
I was going to wait till later. We'll do it now. Then.
Hey,
Fuck
do it now. Fuck it. We'll do it live.
Fuck it. We'll do it live.
Because
we're doing it live.
build up all this anticipation of this song. I want to hear it.
All right, cool.
I want to hear the sea shanty.
You got to hear the sea shanty.
Yes.
I wanted to hear. You want to hear these guys or the sea shanty? I mean,
Oh, yeah. Well,
we played the sea shanty already.
You're right. That's a good point. Yeah.
You know.
Hey, man. Look, throw some music on. I want to hear a little bit. And
Yeah, I got to find it now because I had it queued up, and then
I'm
someone
sorry.
wanted to.
I put you out of order here.
Definitely did.
Planning on talking about
Pirates and shit.
farting dick jokes first.
Insomniacs of the world, hear this tune, give it a whirl. The time is now to break the trance and do an Apache devil dance. Restless few, filled with power, Frankenstein's of the witching hour. Bloodshot eyes, fatigued and lost, praying for the morning at all costs. The clock strikes 12 and the curtains rise. Another 7 hours of demons in the skies. Yeah, that's right for me. Hey, 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 hey. The sun will rise, but the night is young, and we'll still be up and on the run. Another night of not counting the sheep. Insomniacs like for me. Insomniacs like for me. Insomniacs frustration opens the door.
I gotta say, I'm very proud of you. They're hungry and dangerous ites over there. Very proud because that actually sounds like a real rock song. Do you know what I mean? Like I've known your music for 15 years now, and you finally found your tone, and I'm very proud to say I finally hear the Jordan tone, and not you listen to Van Halen a little too much there. A little too
When
much
was
of this.
that? What was that, Joe?
That's like such a backhanded compliment.
No, I'm proud of him.
Fires there.
I mean,
I'm proud of him for finally finding his sound.
I've never
That's
heard
all.
any of your songs. I liked it a lot.
I've never heard any of my songs.
No, I don't listen to your songs for sure. One time you left a CD in my camper and I put it on. I was like, "Well, turn that right off."
He did the same thing to me, actually. Put it in my trunk.
He just leaves his demo CDs in people's vehicles.
Just leaves it
and things.
everywhere.
It's like, hey, maybe
Puts
somebody
his
will
number
actually
on it.
fucking listen to it.
It was broken up. I had to get rid of it.
It's just-
Fucking inventory was through the roof. I had to get rid of that shit.
it's like,
Hey,
yeah.
I still got about 100 copies of the Rapture sitting in somewhere in my closet.
They make great coasters.
Don't tell Fury that one.
Hey man, if you put it in a microwave, you get just sparks and shit like
Put it
that.
in the microwave. Have a nice laser light show. with it.
Yeah, when you get bored, drunk or something like that, you're like, hey, let's just light some shit on fire.
You could have Fury's voice as it's going around, like just with the
Oh,
blue
dear
lights going.
God.
Just hear,
No, I want to hear your voice
God.
on that though, Joe. When you do those low gutturals, yeah,
yeah.
What was the song?
on rebel flags.
Wait, I think there was a song when I listened to it afterwards. I just hear Joe in the background go, "I'll meet you in the pit, motherfucker."
Yep. That was on the Rebel Flags.
And his marches where he was like march, march. He sounded like Homer Simpson on it.
Oh no, that was Fury. Fury was doing that weird thing.
I don't know. I don't know. Listen to the end of Under Rebel Flags. It kind of sounds like Barfy made an appearance there.
Yeah, at the end because Fury stopped singing. I'm like, yo, we're supposed to keep singing here. Y'all just stop like, motherfuckers. We agreed this is gonna be bleed out, and you're all just like, hey. I want to punch you guys, Dan.
I know, Dan, wake up.
How stoned are you right now?
Not stoned enough.
Not soon enough.
Me
good
either.
answer.
Me either.
Dan is the resident
man.
Lebowski.
Ah, you're
Thanks,
the
I get
dude.
paid tomorrow. Yeah, something like that.
Where
Yeah.
are you from, Dan?
So I grew up in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, actually.
Milwaukee, which is Algonquin for
Algonquin
the
for
good land.
like
Exactly. It's supposed to be good, fertile land up there. like I know, though.
You ain't sticking your dick in the dirt, so I mean.
Nah, it's too,
Dan, you
it's too
stay out of
cold
Milwaukee.
for that up there. The ground's
Jesus
frozen, bro.
I just went there for beer, so I don't know.
Can't say
Right.
So where do you reside now?
I'm in Orlando, Florida. Much warmer down here.
So you've got Jersey Matt, Tennessee Jordan, Florida Dan.
Florida man Dan.
How do you guys write, rehearse, pre-production?
So essentially, yeah. Oh, go ahead, Matt. You can take it.
So essentially, pretty much when one of us has an idea, we put it in our chat and we'll talk about it a little bit. It's like, do we want to do this? Do we want to go further with this or not? I mean, that's like with Insomniacs here. That's kind of like how Jordan and I did it. He had the riff. He's like, I want you to listen to this. Check it out. And I heard it and I'm like, all right, I'm going to add drums to that. And then like we would kind of go back and forth with each other. It's like, do we like this? Like, is there too much drums? Is there not enough guitar? And like, we would talk like as we wrote it and everything kind of came together really quickly. So we communicate with each other pretty well.
All right.
To which you all record. Jeez, my headphones are a lot louder now. I just threw myself off. Do you all record your own pieces and shit and then all mix it together? Is that how that works?
Pretty much, yeah. Like
Basically,
Jordan
yeah.
had his thing, and then I did the drums, and then like Dan did his part, and well, it's
Nice.
like, do we want it this way or not? And like we'll go. If we didn't, we retract it, and everything just 1, 2, 3. We communicated, made sure everyone was on the same page, and here's Insomniacs
Very
for you guys.
Very communal, which was really cool process with this band that I probably didn't have a lot of other projects I was in. Was the way we did this was like, okay, like unless everyone's happy with what we got, we went back to the drawing board and figured it out. And having guys like Tristan, who's been working with us on this record, and like, you know, obviously Justin, Greg, who was helping Matt track drums and stuff like that, having these guys around and stuff was really important for us to get the tones that we needed and the sound. And yeah, the thing came out incredible.
Oh, that's excellent. That's excellent.
Yeah.
Dan, how do you feel about it?
Zang.
And kind of the same way these guys do. It's definitely very helpful that the three of us have our own studios, which makes the process very quick. Can make it much quicker with a lot of these projects. You know, definitely had incidents in the past where it was like pulling teeth trying to get guys in studios or whatever. It might have felt like, or whatever, or it was just a scheduling thing. You know, life happens, so so things don't always go according to plan. But having three guys who have 3 home studios definitely makes things a lot easier, and it came out fucking great.
That's
Dan,
awesome.
is there a specific band in mind that you're referring to?
Not that I can.
17 of them.
Not that we're gonna mention on this, I guess.
Moving on.
I'm not trying to take a shot, but it's just the
Put the
nature.
image up for you guys to shut up.
So who is this?
I was going to ask that question.
Who is this broad? Like, who is this? She is a dime piece and a half. Who is she?
So when you join the premium membership of our OnlyFans, you could possibly hold her hand. That's about it.
I didn't want to hold her hand. I just want to punch
Hey,
her
buy a
fart
ticket to the show and we'll see what you get.
Why you fucking charge me for a show? I'll kill you.
I'm just kidding.
Jordan, who's that broad?
Our buddy Dylan, who did this artwork, he actually found this photo from a model that she took this photo of herself and she put it up, and it was like, I forget what the original image looked like. It's very similar to this, but it was really supposed to be very more seductive. And he reached out to her about it because we were talking about like the original theme idea of, okay, well, we want this to look, kind of slutty, but not so much. Like there's supposed to be more to the story. And she like was all about it. She was like, yeah, like please use this photo. Just give me credit on it and stuff. We're like, okay. And like Dylan did such a good job with this shot. Like this was like a literal, like it wasn't even that edited when we got it. Like it was her just taking this photo in a hotel room, and then he just did it all up, which came out amazing.
So what's her OnlyFans address?
Well, I can ask Dylan. I don't know if she has an OnlyFans, but
She has an OnlyFans.
Joe has his credit card on standby, so we gotta like move here. Come on.
Let's
got
go.
your number
I can
memorized.
share screen. Boom, it's up.
He's already got it punched in. He's ready to go.
Right. Your computer and my computer.
maybe I should not give you the name then, because then for the safety of her.
Oh, stop. I just need something for the skin bin tonight.
At least you're honest.
Why not? I need something to crank out to nowadays. Looking at his head is not doing it anymore.
Thought that's why I was here. Yeah.
Exactly.
What about Matt?
He's
Oh, boy.
too far away, man. Like, if I'm gonna look at some titties, at least Matt doesn't have titties anymore.
No, I don't. I got rid of them.
So, Dan, since Dan's quiet, I'm gonna give this one to him down here in the corner. What would be the absolute worst name you could give your child?
Oh my god!
The guy who doesn't want kids.
Shit, yeah, exactly. Oh man, what was it that Elon Musk gave to his kid? Like some fucking pre-algebra math problem or something like that. I don't know. I feel like Elon probably takes the cake on that. I don't know how you can do much worse than that.
I don't know. I wouldn't want to name my kid Elon. That's for fucking sure either.
I mean,
Yeah, I don't know about that one.
I mean,
We could.
Google
What,
Elon
Elon
Musk's
Musk?
kid's name.
I can tell you the worst name I've seen, and it's in one of my classes this year.
Tell me it's a Shathade. Tell me you got a Shathade.
This kid's name is Dick, D-I-C-H-E, and he gets
pretty
skinned
cool.
alive every single day in lunch.
Well, just a tip though, right?
I couldn't tell you. I think you're getting some shaft in there too. But
Oh, cool. How'd you get the Frank above the beans? So I use this thing called Poddex, and I can always ask basic normal questions, but I figured that would be a good question to break the ice with Dan, since he's just sitting there chilling.
The resident dude.
The resident dude.
All right, it's pronounced
Just
X,
Biden over here.
All right, what is it?
X-A12.
That's
how it's
awful.
pronounced.
Yeah. See,
X-A12.
Yeah, but here's the thing about being a billionaire.
as a
as a
dad,
kid.
how are you supposed to remember?
It doesn't fucking matter.
He just calls him X because X is going to give it to you.
But that's a variable at that point.
All
So
right,
he can kind of name himself anything.
Ash A. Yeah, it's weird.
That's going to be even weirder. She's going to start a dating profile one day and be like, hey, my name's Kim. And then on Bumble, she's fucking Darla or some other dumb shit.
She'll set up on OnlyFans, and Joe will have to do the math to figure out what her name is.
That's her fee. You got to figure it out that way. It's like, if you can figure out this math code, you can have access.
See, learning is fun at this point. Knowledge is power.
Knowledge is power, and bitches got to learn.
Oh my god. Sorry. You guys want to talk about aliens or something? It's getting really weird, you know? Where's Matt Davis at?
Alien OnlyFans?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Only one other person in this podcast right now actually has listened to the podcast.
I listen to the podcast all the time.
No, you don't.
I do.
No, I don't.
No, Matt's the only one that does.
Oh, well,
I
all right.
actually
Well, awesome.
want to say thank you to you two for your fantasy football show. Because of your advice a couple times, the guy in the bottom left corner here with the comb back hair, I kicked his ass twice. So thank you. I watched it every Sunday.
Why do we got to bring this up?
Because it's still funny to me.
My advice
Commissioner
is
gets the first pick in the draft. He still can't beat me.
don't draft 2 kickers. That's my first advice. 'Cause that's what I did.
Twice.
Oh, God. Why would you do that?
Twice.
Drunk and
Drunk.
Stoned?
drunk. Just mostly drunk.
No, we
I was
have
hammered.
Yeah, I don't know how you got hammered. Still don't know how you got hammered.
We were drinking old fashions at like 11 a.m. I don't know. Just
That'll do it.
That'll do it.
real quick.
I was sober. I was still good.
I don't know, man. I didn't eat anything.
Joe, you're never sober. Let's be real.
Let's be real.
Oof.
It's always a level. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you gotta, it's just if you just
To be
constantly
fair.
drink. To be fair.
To be fair.
To be fair.
To be fair. To be fair. To be fair.
To be fair.
That's a new one.
To be fair, you're welcome. You're welcome. I'll always help you beat Jordan at fantasy football because he doesn't want to listen and get advice from us either.
No, in all seriousness, your show's better than anything on TV on Sunday morning for that stuff. So I'll watch that instead.
Make sure you're sharing it out.
I am.
So here's a question for anyone to hop on in. What's the longest you've ever waited in line for something, and what was it?
Oh, I got a good one that happened today. So ran to a convenience store today to grab some random stuff, and literally I get up to the cashier. The dude literally looks at me and walks out the front door. Just walks out. There was a line behind me, like literally a mile back in the store, and this lady comes up and goes, "Oh, he'll be right back." I sat there for 15 minutes at the counter. And the line kept getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And I'm like, okay, is this guy going to come back? Or I'm like, as I'm about to like just say fuck it and leave, this guy walks back in and goes, "Oh, sorry, my bad." And then just rings me up. But he never explained where he went, why he went. And this line.
Well, then you know exactly what he was doing.
I mean,
you gotta go.
Oh my god.
You've worked at a Wawa, Matt. You know how it is.
Yeah, 9 years of that, my man. No, the longest I waited in line, I waited 3 hours and about 20 minutes when I saw Motorhead on their last U.S. tour to meet Lemmy. And the reason why I had to wait 3 hours is because they didn't have the Jack Daniels in the back for him. And we're sitting, yeah, I know. I was like, because I heard the guy walked by. He's like, "We need to get more whiskey." I'm like, "You have Lemmy in your building and you don't have whiskey." So like, I get to the front of the line. I get to the front of the line, and the door swings open. This girl that was at least 30 years younger than him fucking comes out. Her shirt's on backwards, hair's all messed up. He goes, "I finally got some more fucking Jack Daniels. Thank God." He's like, "Come on in."
And this is why Lemmy is God.
He did not want to hear the joke.
Of course he didn't want to hear the joke.
I don't want to hear that fucking joke.
Literally.
What about you, Dan?
That's the one question I asked him once was how many times did you hear the joke? Every fucking day, mate.
It wasn't a fight. Let me hear God.
So for me, I waited at least 2.5 hours in line to see The Dark Knight when it first came out.
Oh,
so we were there at like front of the line, so we got best seats in the house, and it was awesome. It was definitely worth the wait. One of my favorite movies of all time.
Is that your alarm to take your pills, or?
How do you know about my pills? Those are supposed to be a secret.
Well, yeah, you stole them from Heath Ledger, so I mean, you know.
I was saying the Heath Ledger understudy over here. That's his pickup line with girls.
You know.
Yeah, I was definitely his understudy. I'm not quite as old as he is yet, so you never know.
Eventually,
he's in on Tinder. Oh,
eventually he'll
jeez.
reach his age because he hasn't aged in years.
Fuck off, Joe.
Oh my god!
And Jordan leaves again.
It seems like he goes
I
out
think
there.
that was too much for him there. You might.
Yeah, I was
have
gonna
to
say, just like he did it on purpose.
You don't insult him. Heath was a
Superhero
legend.
movies.
How dare you say that?
He was the first. He was the last night.
I had that movie spoiled for me by one of my students, and that was the second worst spoiling I got. The worst one, I had Endgame spoiled for me. I was going to see it that night, and the kid's like, he's like, Mr. Lewis, have you seen Endgame? I'm like, no, I'm going to see it tonight. He goes, oh, Iron Man dies. And I'm like, motherfucker, you're going to be right behind him now.
I would have been
A
like,
buddy of mine told me with that movie. A buddy of mine told me, he's like, man, Endgame got spoiled for me. I'm like, what happened? He's like, I was watching porn the other night, and then right when something was like girl was about to come or whatever, it fucking snapped to the scene where Iron Man was snapping his fingers, and that's how it was ruined for him.
How does that happen?
I don't know. It's one of the wildest things I've ever heard.
I do remember from Endgame
I
they had
about
cops.
pissed myself laughing though.
I do remember from Endgame they had cops at the movie theater because the last time it was Star Wars and someone spoiled it and like 10 people kicked the shit out of this guy. Like online.
worst movie ever.
There's a comic book guy.
Oh shit.
That was pretty good, Joe. Are you going to be part of the remake or the Simpsons live action?
Yes, that's right. I am going to be the comic book guy.
Comic book.
Worst podcast ever.
So Bald Bastard and I, I feel it's cute, and not to rub it in y'all faces. But
Yeah.
we have stood in line for
7, 8.
we'll go 8 hours for beer.
What kind of beer?
Drove all night.
Yep. That was Bourbon County, right?
No, well that one
I was
too.
thinking Bourbon County.
No, I was talking about Susquehanna or
Oh yeah,
or
you're
Burley
right.
Oak.
Oh my god, yeah, I wasn't even thinking about Susquehanna.
Susquehanna. It was
probably 12
middle
hours.
of February. It was 2 degrees outside, and we had a little tent set up
with some heaters.
and it was like a swap meet of just beers, waiting for this place to open. And I remember like people at the front of the line had a 30 by 30 party tent with industrial blowers in there. Like they were fucking rocking out.
Oh,
There
it
were
was
lines.
insane.
There were lines and lines of blow going through that fucking place. In that tent, not in our tent. We had cheap beer and
And
Couldn't afford the good stuff.
So, yeah. I mean, I've stood in line for like 311 tickets or concert. I actually stood in line for concert tickets. You know, for you youngins over there that don't know what that's like.
Stroke the beard back in my day.
When was this? When Back in Black came out?
Yes, when Back in Black came out, and when Big 10-inch came out,
Dark Side of the Moon came out. I got that shit.
The Pilgrims came over. Yeah.
you read about it in the newspaper.
I had to call. Well, the trick back then was when you tried to call Ticketmaster if you couldn't get to the box office, is that you call the Ticketmaster in like Virginia that didn't have those tickets available for the location, and that's how you got to score the tickets. That was the loophole. Like, if they're playing, instead of the national worldwide sale, it was like, oh, they go on sale in Philly on this day, and so no, you call.
You call Ticketmaster out of the state, and they would always have them for cheaper. I did with AC/DC once.
Dude, I remember my dad showing me ticket stubs for like these legendary bands. Paid like $10 to see them, and I'm like, $10. I'm not even parking my car now.
Fucking ripoff. Fucking
inflation.
Yeah, let's go, Brandon.
Poopy Pants Biden.
I don't talk politics on this show, but there's some
such an
fucking
idiot.
great memes from him. Shit
There
on the boat.
really
I will send
is.
them to you.
There's
yeah.
amazing memes.
I will have to send them to you guys.
Oh, they're so good.
So who? We're gonna wrap this up. But where can they find all your music and all your information for on the Hungry and the Dangerous?
Dan, you want to take that one?
You can find us on all major streaming platforms, Apple Music, Spotify, Amazon Music, all that good stuff. You can even find us on YouTube. We got 1 or 2 music videos out there. We got some live videos for y'all to check out who like the live stuff. I still have long hair in the live videos, so you can
Oh man,
see all
look at
that.
this! Look at this sexy man.
And and from any of those sites, enjoy us wherever you are. Also hit us up on Instagram and Facebook as well. Let's not forget that.
That was flawless.
Yeah, seriously.
Man, you just sold that. I have to go check you guys out right now.
Thank you.
Guys, thank you so much for hanging out again. Hope you enjoy
Appreciate
your
you, Joe.
Thanksgiving. And
Thank you, Bald
You
Bastard.
too, bro.
Yeah, thanks,
check us
man, for
out.
having
Thanks,
us on again.
guys.
check out the Hungry and Dangerous,
Appreciate you guys.
all media platforms. And we'll see you guys next week. Be safe, guys. Thanks a lot.
You too, man.
See you guys.
Let's give you a tour.
Let that hair wave,
I
Dan.
don't have any hair. Yeah. Oh my
Joe
god,
didn't talk over half
that's
the
impressive.
song.
Oh man,
It hurts my head. Man,
I don't. Man,
you know,
it's hard to do
Well,
that.
you move your
Just
neck
made my-
head
made
enough
my-
when you're giving head. It's the same thing, right?
that's different.
That was Matt's
Slow and
motivation when he
steady
was
wins
doing
the race,
drums.
Joe. Slow and steady. Okay.
Yes, it
Don't
was.
forget to cup the balls.
Stroke the shaft. Swallow the gravy.
Get over,